to discover how to secure equity and cash flow without your time or capital through the acquisition network. Over the past 3 years, I've worked with seven-figure experts that help people start automated businesses on the following platforms. And while they're all very profitable and they produce cash flow, none of them provide equity, which I believe is the secret to creating true wealth during these times of inflation. Acquisition to automation is a service that allows you to secure cash flow and equity by purchasing a seasoned company with proven financials. We're partnered up with a venture capital firm that has the ability to finance these deals, but they have to be approved through the financial analyst tool. So this is what it looks like. If a deal is not fundable, it's going to turn red. If it is something that we can buy, it'll turn green. And so what we did is we created a program to teach you how to deliver qualified deals to the investors. And what we found is most people don't have a pipeline of really good deals, and that's why we offer to do it for you. If you can deliver a deal that can be funded, we'll give you 40%. If you hire us to do it for you, we'll give you 20%. As you may or may not know, 83% of businesses are owned by baby boomers, and there's expected to be a $10 trillion market shift in the next 5 to 10 years. Unfortunately, only 20% of these businesses ever sell, and the reason for that is motivated buyers aren't getting a hold of motivated sellers. Current marketplace sites force buyers to sign an NDA and put their name, number, and email for each individual listing, which is slowing down the sales process, which is why we created an app where buyers sign one NDA, they get access to all the information, and we're able to train salespeople to automate the process. So here's an example of a deal that we purchased in the past. If we secured you 20% equity of this company, you would have received $280,000 increase in your net worth, while also being able to receive $2,000 to $5,000 a month from that $250 annual net profit. We were able to increase this business from 1.4 to 4 million. And so if we didn't make any additional growth to that business and we sold it at 4 million, you would receive an 800,000 payout in 3 to 5 years while collecting cash flow all along the way. Here's an example of another business that we purchased this quarter, and we already received the exit offer, but we actually denied it because we want to take more time to increase the value of the equity. Here's an example of another business that we purchased in England. We were able to double the value in 3 years and is also primed for exit. And so this is what you get when you join the club. You get access to how to get in front of the companies, how to negotiate the deal. You get our legal team, you get the funding network, you get the post-operation support. So you're not responsible for paying bills or running the day-to-day. And we set you up to buy a business. But what we have found is most people don't have the pipeline of qualified deals. And that's why we created a team to help you get your first deal done faster. So here are the three partners. There's Quincy, who has the financing, he has the legal, he has the operations to run the business, and he wants to teach you and us how to deliver qualified deals to his investors. He has hundreds of millions in capital committed. And so he needs us as much as you need him, because he has all these investors, but if he doesn't have the right deal, he can't get them funded. And so he's doing it on his own, but he wants to scale up the process, and that's why he created the group. So that's where Chris comes in. He worked for a large QSR firm, and he purchased 140 businesses for them over the course of 10 years. And he always has an active pipeline of deals. He actually signed 14 NDAs last week. And so when you invest with us, we're able to scale Chris's pipeline to get more deals in front of Quincy's investors. And then there's me. I created the software that brings us all together, that can automate the process to train salespeople to do the work that you don't want to do. So we made this platform. We started working on it 2 years ago, and it's all designed to streamline the process of having salespeople pick up the phone and call the motivated sellers and offer them our exit strategy plan. I'm not going to go into detail about all our software products, but we've got products from $100, $20 a month, $1,000, $10,000, and they're designed to teach people how to deliver qualified deals to our investors. And we can offer a piece to these salespeople, and you can benefit from it without having to do any of the work. So here's an example of a deal if you brought the investment, if you brought the motivated seller. $50,000, you pay us to do it for you, you get 20%. If you bring in the seller, you get 40%. And so a lot of people have been saying, Ryan, 50,000, 20%, this is too good to be true. Why would you do that? And the reason for this is you're allowing me to fund my software company, and you're not getting equity in my software company. It's going to be worth billions of dollars. And I've invested $1.2 million over the last 2 years developing it. I did an analysis on 33 companies. I found that there is no company that has these four key elements: a marketplace, a network, a place for education, and a software solution to track the pipelines all in one. And here is all the proof. I'm willing to be completely transparent about the time and energy it took to develop this product. I produced over $5,000 every day for 2 years straight. I'm happy to send you my bank statements to verify all the spending. I had to vet 30 companies. I developed 44 offers. I produced 21x ROI without social media. I have 27 real reviews. I wrote a 40-page thesis on how to create the social media for business. I wrote a patent that I won't share here. I also have a complete business plan for the acquisition network. I hired and trained 33 remote consultants, 1.2 million in spending, 1.5 if you count the commissions. I developed 3 training programs, 64 modules to automate the process. I created hundreds of pieces of content to promote the product. I've got probably like 5-10 hours of free content available on the site now. I've recorded over a year's worth of weekly meetings where I bring my team together, where you can speak to other references and investors that have put their money into the app. And I also recorded 2,000 different meetings while I've been building this app for the past 2 years. And obviously I secured 2 equity rev share partners, Chris and Quincy, that have acquired hundreds of companies. And they brought me on to do the marketing. So here's all the proof. This is why it's not too good to be true. I invested a lot of money into this and time. So 50,000 is definitely a small piece of the puzzle, but that's why I'm willing to offer you a piece so you can make plenty of money. And so we have weekly meetings every 4 o'clock Pacific on Wednesday. We record all of them. You can speak to my entire team. You can speak to any references. And really what we're doing is we're building a drill. When we get the first deal done and we secure equity, we'll always be able to use that equity to keep investing into the process. And so what I did is I created a thesis that debunks a model called e-com automation, where hundreds of millions of dollars have been invested to help startup e-com companies get started from scratch. And what I'm explaining is that same money should be invested into a tech company to buy actual businesses. And so here's a video of us going through 10 deals in 1 hour, and this is the process that we're looking to scale. And so here's our growth strategy. We created a tech company to streamline the process of buying businesses. We're going to open this up to 100 clients or until we raise 5 million. We're going to use that to train salespeople to do the work. We're going to get into the app store, make a free version. We're going to open up 2 to 4 offices and then take the tech company public. Here's transparently where all the funds will go. Like I said, you're happy and free to vet my entire team. And here's how the math is, right? So if we had $5 million today, everyone on my team would be paid, and I'd have $1 million in marketing, and I'd be able to generate somewhere around 20,000 to 40,000 leads to convince 100 companies to sell to me. So like if I converted 1%, we'd actually secure 200 companies. And so here's how it looks like if we secured 100 companies at 1.5 million. The software would be worth about 14 million in equity just on the business, not counting anything from the software and me selling. The buyer network would be worth 30 million, and then Quincy's team would be worth 75 million. So this is all going to happen in 1 and 2 years, and realistically, this 5 million will be closed out over the summer. So if you want to be one of the first 100 clients of the Acquisition Network, if you want to learn how to buy a business without using your time or capital, visit us at Acquisition Network and schedule a free consultation today. The future of doing business is now.